Dearest family and friends, we gather today to witness the marriage and celebrate the marriage of Melanie Marie Hildebrandt and Keith Campbell Hemmert. Melanie and Keith, your admiration and affection for one another has deepened into an abiding love and trust. Now, you choose to honor your commitment to one another and to declare it to the world by becoming husband and wife. Today represents not only the joining of Melanie and Keith, but also the joining of their families and friends. Those of you gathered here today are the most important people in their lives, and they recognize the special part you have played in the love they share. They are honored and blessed that you have made the effort to be here today to celebrate with them. Melanie and Keith extend a warm welcome to each and every one of you and express their appreciation for your love and support. In the days and years to come, they will turn to you for counsel and comfort, to share laughter and tears. When they declare their intent to one another, I will ask you to declare your own intent to support them in their marriage. Melanie and Keith especially want to thank their parents on this joyous day. Karen and George, Jerry and Clayton, your unconditional support have helped Melanie and Keith become who they are today. We learn to love by being loved, and they thank you for teaching them to love so well. Without you, today would not be possible. We also acknowledge the special people in Melanie and Keith's lives who could not be here today, including Melanie's grandmother, Ella, and Keith's grandmother, Margaret. And finally, we remember and honor with a moment of silence those who are no longer with us, but who are important models of love for the couple, including Keith's grandfathers, Jean and Joseph, Melanie's great aunt, Alice, Keith's Uncle Russ, and Melanie's Uncle Ronnie. Today, Melanie and Keith will be united forever as husband and wife. If any of you can show just cause why they may not lawfully be married, speak now or forever hold your peace. Okay, good. We can continue. Melanie and Keith, I will ask you now to declare your intent to one another. Please affirm that you are entering this marriage joyfully and of your own free will by joining your hands. As you join your hands, you are joining your lives. Do you, Keith, take Melanie to be your wife, promising to love her, comfort her, honor and keep her, and, forsaking all others, to be faithful to her for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Do you, Melanie, take Keith to be your husband, promising to love him, comfort him, honor and keep him, and forsaking all others, to be faithful to him as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Will all of you who have witnessed these promises today do all in your power to support Melanie and Keith in their marriage? If so, please answer, we will. And now, we will have two readings, the first from Keith's sister, Laura, and the second from Melanie's cousin, Tracy.
Love is a temporary madness. It erupts like volcanoes and then subsides. And when it subsides, you have to make a decision. You have to work out whether your roots have so entwined together that it is inconceivable that you should ever part. Because this is what love is. Love is not breathlessness. It is not excitement. It is not the promulgation of promises of eternal passion. That is just being in love, which any of us can convince ourselves that we are. Love itself is what is left over when being in love has burned away. And this is both an art and a fortunate accident. Those who truly love have roots that grow towards each other underground, and when all the pretty blossoms have fallen from their branches, they find that they are one tree and not two.
I carry your heart with me. I carry it in my heart. I am never without it. Anywhere I go, you go, my dear. And whatever is done by only me is your doing, my darling. I fear no fate, for you are my fate, my sweet. I want no world, for beautiful you are my world, my true. And it's you are whatever a moon has always meant, and whatever sun will always sing is you. Here's the deepest secret nobody knows. Here's the root of the root, and the bud of the bud, and the sky of the sky, of a tree called life, which grows higher than soul can hope or mind can hide. And this is the wonder that's keeping the stars apart. I carry your heart. I carry it in my heart.
Thank you, Laura and Tracy. Melanie, Keith, I couldn't be more honored to stand here today on this beautiful Connecticut shoreline to help you start this new chapter in your lives together. Keith, I've had the privilege as your uncle to watch you grow to become the wonderful, kind, and dedicated man that you are today. And Melanie, I've seen the happiness, comfort, and joy that you have brought to Keith and to our whole family. As I look at everyone sitting here today in front of me, I realize that despite all our differences, no matter who we are, where we're from, what we believe, we all know that if nothing else, love is the one thing we're doing right. That's why you are both standing here today. We have all loved in our lifetime, and it is watching the two of you that we are reminded that the ability to love is the very best part of our humanity. All of us here today have our own love stories. Some are short, others are long, some haven't been written yet, while others are just getting to the good parts. There are chapters in all our love stories that are sad or unexciting, but so many others that are exhilarating and full of adventure. As the two of you smile and look back at the moments that brought you here today, it is also time for you to look ahead to all the moments that are still to come. I'm here, we're all here, because we want those moments for you. We're here to hope with you, to support you, to be proud of you, and to remind you that love isn't just happily ever after. It's the experience of writing your own story. It's not one moment, not even this moment today. It's every moment. Big ones, like saying I love you, moving halfway across the country for one another, getting engaged and planning a wedding. But mostly, it's a million little ones that come in between those big moments. Actually being able to fall asleep together, making dinner together, spending holidays with your family, long walks at the lake with Buckley on a sunny afternoon, or getting a big hug when you get home after a long day or a long night at work. These everyday moments fuse together to become one big, happy, crazy little thing called love. Even though this experience is so incredible, words fail us when we try to explain it, because that's the way it is with love. It's meant to be felt, not described. It's my genuine hope you feel it every day for the rest of your lives together. Now, Melanie and Keith, it's time to share your vows with each other and with those gathered here today. Please join hands once again, but you are, so. Keith, please repeat after me. I, Keith, take you, Melanie, to be my wife.
Take you, Melanie, to be my wife.
To have and to hold from this day forward.
To have and to hold from this day forward.
For better, for worse, for richer, for poorer.
For better, for worse, for richer, for poorer.
In sickness and in health, to love and to cherish.
In sickness and in health, to love and to cherish.
For as long as we both shall live.
For as long as we both shall live.
Melanie, please repeat after me. I, Melanie, take you, Keith, to be my husband.
I, Melanie, take you, Keith, to be my husband.
To have and to hold from this day forward.
To have and to hold from this day forward.
For better, for worse, for richer, for poorer.
For better, for worse, for richer, for poorer.
In sickness and in health, to love and to cherish.
In sickness and in health, to love and to cherish.
For as long as we both shall live.
For as long as we both shall live.
And now, Colby, if I could please have the rings. Thank you. The wedding ring has long been a symbol of everlasting love because it has no beginning and no end. It is a perfect circle, the emblem of eternity. May these rings always remind you that you have pledged your love, your devotion, and your undying commitment to one another. And may these rings and your love always shine as brightly as they do today. Keith, please take Melanie's ring and place it on her finger. Repeat after me. Melanie, with this ring,
Melanie, with this ring,
I marry you and bind my life to yours.
I marry you and bind my life to yours.
It is a symbol of my eternal love.
It is a symbol of my eternal love.
My everlasting friendship.
My everlasting friendship.
And the promise of all my tomorrows.
And the promise of all my tomorrows.
Now, Melanie, please place the ring on Keith's finger and repeat after me. Keith, with this ring,
Keith, with this ring,
I marry you and bind my life to yours.
I marry you and bind my life to yours.
It is a symbol of my eternal love,
It is a symbol of my eternal love,
my everlasting friendship,
my everlasting friendship,
and the promise of all my tomorrows.
and the promise of all my tomorrows.
Melanie and Keith, you have made your marriage vows to one another, witnessed by your friends and family. You have sealed your vows with the exchange of these rings. By the authority vested in me, and with a tremendous amount of happiness and love, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Keith, you may kiss your bride. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege and pleasure to be the first to introduce the new Dr. and Mrs. Hemmert.